Welcome back to another Beyblade unboxing. Today's a very exciting day because I get to finally unbox a Beyblade X Beyblade. Super excited for this new series, so back to metal on metal action. And today we'll start off with BX-01 Dransword. Here it is, the outside of the box, Dransword. Really excited to finally try out the Beyblade X product. There's a close-up and it comes with a light launcher, or I'm not sure what they're called now. Dransword Extreme Gear Sports. Who knows if it will actually become a sport or anything like that. On this side, nothing. There's a QR code for this. I'm not sure if I should cover this up. Down here, just a bunch of warnings. Don't eat it. Don't strangle yourself. And now the back of the box. There's the character who controls Dransword. Surprisingly, not the main character. The main character controls Hell Scythe, which we will unbox. But there's a close-up. And then the stats, I can't quite remember. I believe the top one's attack, the bottom's defense, and then this is stamina. So of course the attack type's gonna have the higher attack. Bottom 360. So 60 refers to the millimeter, the height. We'll get into that later. Is 3 refers to the 3 points, contact points on the ratchet. And then it seems like we could go up to probably 120. That's pretty tall, to be honest. Not sure if I like that. And then finally, the bit. And then this, I'm not too sure on. I believe this one right here at the very bottom is the burst resistance. Because now the bits, or the performance tips, whatever you want to call them, controls the burst resistance now. This one, I believe, I'm not quite sure what that number is. Could it be the teeth? I believe one of these stats have to relate with the teeth. I can't be sure. And then here is the light launcher itself. And over here, just a bunch of warnings saying Beyblade X. Cool. Surprised that the first release isn't the main character of the anime, but different. Oh, and the bit is called flat, I believe. So Dransword 360 flat. I think I went through everything I possibly could as quickly as I could. So without further ado, let's unbox this. I'm so excited. They finally came in. Unfortunately, my Beyblade X Stadium hasn't come in. So that's for another day. Fully. Oh, okay. I believe, yeah, under this tag is the code, the QR code you need to scan into your Beyblade Burst app whenever this app does come out. And then I believe what that does is gets this Beyblade in your Beyblade Burst, not Burst, Beyblade X app. So make sure you don't throw away the box before you scan this. Anyways, without further ado, time to more boxes and stickers. Oh wait, yeah, there's no stickers with Beyblade X. It's just a manual. I'm not sure if anyone really cares about the manual. Might as well just be as thorough as possible to whoever does care about this stuff. Bam, there's the manual, the Beyblade logger, Beyblade X app. I think that's an exclusive Beyblade you can only get in the app. That's a teaser for the next Beyblade release. For a string launcher there, and nothing on the back. Alright then. Now let's get the main. Ooh. Ugh, lots of plastic. That's unfortunate. I was really hoping they'd use something like wax paper or something. Or at least a little less plastic, you know, for the environment and all. And here is the winder launcher. Pretty cool. Here is a standard, well, not standard, a Hasbro Metal Fight launcher that I had ever since I was a kid. For comparison, the ripcord is quite a bit longer, and it's a bit sized up. There are screws you can unscrew here, so if you want to modify this thing, you can. Pretty cool. Let's see how often this spins. Ooh, that keeps on going. Unlike the Metal Fight launcher, which pretty much stops as soon as it comes out. So there's a bit of power to this thing already, and it's the winder launcher, the, I guess, standard basic launcher you would always get. Alright, let's finally get to the Beyblade itself. Just real quick, I wanted to make a size comparison. Here's a Metal Fight Beyblade side by side. Around the same size, but not the same thickness at all. Yeah, it's quite a bit thicker than a regular. The tips, very different. Can't even compare. And then there's not really an equivalent ratchet to Metal Fight. I pulled out one of my Cho-Z Beyblades. Again, it's wider, that's for sure. But again, not quite, almost as thick. And definitely this feels heavier. Same thing with the Metal Fight Beyblade. Going with the ratchet, these are extremely different. This is way more lighter, just as is. This is just pure plastic, and tips again, incredibly different. This one's spring loaded. This is just like a piece of plastic, nothing else. Just wanted to do a real quick comparison. And to finally start off with the Beyblade X parts themselves. Starting with the bit. This is flat, I believe it's just called flat. And here's a quick glance. All plastic, no metal, not even in the middle. I'm not too sure. That kind of looks like metal, I did not know that. Oh, it's got the number 1 on it. And really quick overview. Here's a comparison to rubber semi-sharp. I believe that's what this tip was called. A little bit wider, and obviously completely different shape. And this bit of plastic here governs the Beyblade's burst resistance, because Beyblade X can still burst for sure. There's the teeth that rides on the rails, and not much else to say without taking too much time. Time for the next part, the ratchet. 360. 3 again refers to the 3 main contact points, and 60 refers to the height of the ratchet itself. Now 60 isn't the lowest, but it's the lowest that has been released. As you can see here, there seems to be a lower height, probably 40, and up to the height of 120. So it's quite one of the lower ones, at least that's released so far, but not the lowest we will see, which is very cool. Again, there's not a lot of weight to it. This governs the contact points and the height of the Beyblade itself. And finally, the main event, Dransword itself. It's got 3 huge contact points, and it's pretty jagged. Here's the side profile. I have heard this Beyblade has damaged other, or is known to be damaging to other Beyblade X Beyblades. So it's definitely the attack type. Again, surprising it's not the main character, because the main characters are usually blue. Like here's the Metal Fight wheel of Galaxy Pegasus, 3 huge wings, blue, but not the main character. Another side by side, pretty much the same size. And finally, let's put this Beyblade together. So first, lining up the hourglass shape with the hourglass shape here. It seems like, I'm not sure if it matters, but depending how you orientate the ratchet on the Beyblade itself, you can move the contact points to different spaces on the Beyblade. Once you're happy with the orientation of the contact points, you push it in and then you twist it this way. And so that's the first part done for the Beyblade. It's pretty on there tight, to be honest. And then finally, we just push in the ratchet itself. And now we have our fully assembled Dransword. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm super excited about this new generation of Beyblade. It's always cool to see metal on metal. Super intense action that way. Satisfying hits. The ratchet, I see lots of potential in. I could see this becoming another Samurai Shogun steel system where this ratchet becomes metal and then it's like 2 layers of metal, or there being more gimmicks to the ratchet, so it's free spinning, it's got rubber, or you know, it's got springs in it that make it squish. Excited about the ratchet. I could definitely see the ratchet governing a bunch of crazy gimmicks. Maybe even it's got the rubber tongues that Lucifer had. The bit, compared to the other 2 pieces, I'm not too excited about, only because it is quite limiting from how the teeth are formed. Because going back to something like Atomic, I'm not sure how they're gonna pull off something like Atomic or a bearing or even a destroy type of driver on these bits, because these plates would just cover, you know, the teeth right here. So I'm kind of worried about the bits in the future. Hopefully they will have lots of variation. You know, of course they could do a rubber one, but I would like to see the crazy gimmicks come back to the tips as well. And I'm not sure if we're able to get that with the tips. But other than that, I'm quite excited for this new generation of Beyblade. Now, let's finally do a test launch. Alright, finally, a super quick test launch with Dransword. Ooh, first ever launch. So glad that it's got the little prongs now. Oh, still falls out, but man, that's so nice. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Oh, it goes pretty fast by itself. Went for quite a long time. Oh, I wish I had the Beyblade X Stadium, but that still hasn't quite caught in yet. Looking forward for battles in the future. Alright, that'll be it for today's unboxing of Dransword. Can't wait to unbox the rest and finally get that Beyblade X Stadium and battle these guys. Let me know if you guys like this type of review. I know it's pretty detailed. The future ones, not so much. I just wanted to give my thoughts and opinions about each and every part and inspect the box as well as I could. Other than that, thanks for watching.